All right. Okay, everything look good to you? Okay, we'll start with in-person, Serena.
Hey, Coach.
Hello.
So I guess, forgive me if this is mischaracterizing, but it seems like you guys got to start the year as sort of like the surprise team. People didn't really know what was coming, and now that you're getting a lot of teams for the second time, how have you been able to, build off of being that pleasant surprise?
Yeah, I mean, no offense taken. I think we knew very much that Steph and Slim would kind of be our bookends, and then we have a lot of young players in between, and they've done well. They've learned fast and kind of just performed. So I don't think we're catching anybody off guard. At the same time. We realize we're not like, the Minnesotas, New Yorks of the world, and so we still have some growth and development to go through, and we're serious about that. We don't run and hide from that, but we also feel like we can compete at the same time. So it's an interesting blend, and we're just trying to take it, one day at a time in that regard.
Anybody else before we move to vote?
Could you just give us a couple keys, looking at this LA squad and what they do well and what you're going to try to take away?
Yeah, and they're very good offensively. I really respect what they're doing. Obviously, KP is a wonderful player, but Dearica and Azure, big fan of hers. Got to coach her in 3-on-3. The versatility that they have, the ability for them to play inside and out. Rikia is a young star, point guard play with the two Julies, so it's just like the offense really jumps out at you, and the things that they do, not just the players, but the coaching there. So it's going to really test our defense, and then just trying to maintain our groove offensively, which we never take for granted. But I just feel like we're playing a very good offensive team, well coached, and a lot of talent. So we'll see what happens.
How has your relationship evolved with Georgia, just having her around, but sort of in a pseudo coaching role as opposed to her being out on the court this season?
Yeah, I mean it's bittersweet. It's been very enjoyable, like just the conversations that we are so focused on her observations, and so I wish there was more of some reps and experience that she had that we could be talking about as well. But she is really, really sharp. Like her enthusiasm, her joy for the game is boundless, is limitless. But like she's wise. I mean, she's really wise and sees a lot. And so I've been very appreciative of how much she's been focused and attentive and trying to help in her role as kind of another observer, another assistant coach, and really finding deep respect for how she sees the game and how coachable she is as well.
All right, we're gonna go Zoom.
Hello. Um, it's a timely question. I was just talking to my wife on the phone over to the game today, and just counting my blessings in terms of I think the mix of the type of players that we have, their coachability, their professionalism, their desire to get better and compete, and the coaching staff that we have. I think it's a really good mix of the experience that we have on the coaching staff, the patience, the pouring into players, the emphasis on player development on and off the court. I just feel really, really blessed, with who I'm working alongside, and that's, coaching staff and players. So that's a bit of reflection. We're always going to have challenges like today and plenty of them after the break. But I just don't want that appreciation to waver, and it's certainly not. I feel like there's a good mix here, and we're just trying to we're trying to build on that.
Just to follow up off of that, earlier this season you said you wanted to celebrate all the wins that you guys have. So wins on the court and wins off the court, other stuff along those type of lines. Do you feel like you guys have been able to do that with the rigorous schedule that you have, and like be able to celebrate that you guys are right now 1-500 with the youngest team in the league?
Yeah, 100%, and I appreciate you noting that because I don't think that that's a small thing. I mean, our youth is still there, and the game experience, that it's real, and how that shows up in big moments. You can't undervalue that. So we realize that we're competing against that, and yet we've been able to take steps forward. You've heard me, Tyler, before, whether it's the turnovers. Still, every now and then that'll creep up, but defensive rebounding, closing games, how to defend ball screens, how to use ball screens, how to comport ourselves. I mean, just keep going on and on. The ability to play through Kira in a way. I mean, you can just Slim's attack, Sonia and Kiki. I mean, we can go on and on. Our point guard play has improved. I mean, there's a lot of things that we feel like are developing and allowing us to compete in a way that, might be surprising, but one of our staples, one of our daily habits is getting better, and I'm super proud of the coaching staff and the players for embracing that.
Thanks.
Hey Sydney, picking up on the questions about the break, what have you told or do you plan to tell your players, your staff about how you want them to use the break, whether you want to give some development or don't want to rest, or what's kind of the message?
Break means break. That's what it is. I'm not sure there's a day. I mean this. I'm not sure there's a day that we've come into the gym and they haven't given me every single ounce of themselves. Can't ask for more. Not gonna ask for perfection. So when we're together, we're joyfully working hard, trying to get better. So they've earned a break, all of them, Kiki and Sonia included. So we'll try to be mindful of them when they come back to us. But no, I want them now. If they want to get in some shots and stay tight with their game, yeah, like all for it. But I think they've earned a well-deserved break. I'm sure many of the players and coaches feel like that, in their locker rooms. But I certainly feel that way for us.
LA, you mentioned the versatility that they have in the front court with Camby, Stevens. What challenges does that pose? How do you kind of approach that with your front court group going against that duo?
Yeah, they're just good. So with or without the ball, you have to be mindful of where they are. Where they're situated on the court. Are they cutting? Are they spacing? Are they initiating DHOs? Ball screen action, all that stuff. They're very involved in the Sparks attack, so we can't just kind of rest on them being in one spot on the floor and just waiting for all the action to develop. They're part of it, and so that just challenges Kira and Kiki to start being on their toes and being engaged. And I think that I really actually liked some of the growth that they've had there with different players. Guarding a Fee, guarding an Asia. Neka. I mean, big time player. Ezzy, played well against us the other day. So we're taking on those challenges, but we just can't lose sight of them and have to be engaged at all times, which is not always the case, when you're guarding a big, but certainly will be tonight.
One more from me real quick. Back in May, you had a couple close losses on the West Coast road trip. Since then, 2 wins out west. And I'm just curious, with that cross-country travel, not as like any form of excuse or anything, but how much of an added challenge is that long travel for a young team, and how have you seen them kind of grow on the road, and especially, with a lengthy trip like this one?
I'm smiling because my back is really hurting. So I'm old, but we're traveling well. The W is really kind of stepped up, how they're looking after these players who are more than deserving. More than deserving. It's probably a better question for our players. I think, Seattle went to New York and got a great win like a week ago or so. I mean, it just, you got to be a pro. But I think we're traveling halfway decent, if not better. And it's probably a better question for the players, just in terms of how they're holding up physically. But, you know, we like what we see, and certainly our medical and performance staff are mindful of, you know, trying to put our players in a good situation to handle this type of stuff.
Coach, what has most attributed to the positive way you've been able to guard the three-point line first in the league in that regard?
Being annoying, like with our players, about, you know, how important it is to, you know, get a stick hand up, you know, and I think because I'm repetitive, you know, I think our players will tell you that, but you know, keep it simple and stay focused, and no matter what goes on, because the game is so much stuff going on, and you just can't lose sight of KP and how good she is from the three-point line, no matter what else is going on. So I think just really, really stressing it, and then the players just being coachable, Christy. I mean, they just listen. They want to be good, and they're trying. Again, that's all I can ask.
Perfect, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah.